ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. It is my pleasure to be a moderator for tonight's webinar. My name is Muhammad Fairuz Aslam and I am a science officer at National Planetarium, Kuala Lumpur. Welcome to the National Planetarium webinar titled The History of Southeast Asian Astronomy, featuring experts from Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Thailand. This is a third from the fourth webinar organized by National Planetarium in conjunction with National Independent Month 2021 with the theme Malaysia Caring, Malaysia Prihatin in Malays. On behalf of the National Planetarium, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you all for the finding time and visiting today's webinar. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedule to join us tonight. We hope you will learn a lot today. We provide you with the best experts so that we can all produce an exciting and beneficial discussion for all. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin this webinar, we are pleased to have Madam Anita Bahari, National Planetarium Kuala Lumpur Director, to deliver the opening remark. Madam, you have a floor.
Thank you, Mr. Fairuz. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning, distinguished guests and panelists. Prof. Dr. Taufik Hidayat from Institute Teknologi Bandung, Indonesia. Prof. Dr. Bun Raksa from the NARIT, National Astronomical Research Institute of Thailand. Associate Professor Ryan Manuel from Rizal Technological University of Philippines. And last but not least, Ms. Nurul Fatini Jaafar from University Malaya, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alhamdulillah, be grateful of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because with His blessing, permission and bounty, we can meet here to attend the third in the series of webinar as mentioned by Fairuz in conjunction with the National Month Celebration 2021 of Malaysia. Tonight, the invited speakers or astronomers will elaborate the topics about the history of Southeast Asian astronomy. We will listen to the discussion about the history and the development of astronomy, and also special topics about ethno-astronomy for Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and Thailand, 4 countries. Yeah? Let's join us to know our expert experience and contribution to the world scientific community. Since the speaker will highlight the culture and the history of astronomy in their respective countries, so we will learn and appreciate the importance of space science in our daily life since hundreds or thousands of years ago. We can elaborate the cultural diversity among ASEAN countries and how space will take place as a role in a unifying factor between our countries. Once again, I would like to thank to our 4 panelists tonight who are willing to participate and share the knowledge in this webinar and further share knowledge about with the audience also. I hope this webinar will become our first step of cooperation and collaboration between regional countries for especially space science education. Once again, thank you, and I hope every one of you will benefit from tonight's knowledge sharing and be able to follow it until the end. Thank you, and wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Voice yours, Fairuz. Pass to you back.
Thank you, Madam Anita, for your wonderful remarks. For your information, Madam Anita also the National Outreach Coordinator for Malaysia IAU activities. Ladies and gentlemen, during this webinar, you are welcome to give your views or raise a question in the chatting or comment on the National Planetarium Facebook. God willing, the panel members comments and question raised. We also provide Q&A session at the middle and the end of this webinar so that we can discuss them together. Ladies and gentlemen, before the panelists deliberate in detail, allow me to briefly review a little bit about astronomy history, making it easier for the audience, for you to understand and subsequently discuss back with our panel member. Our definition of history of astronomy include all niche area is recognized by the International Astronomical Union's Commission C3, History of Astronomy, including archaeoastronomy and ethnoastronomy, both of which have special relevance to us, to Southeast Asia. Why this topic should be interesting to us? Arguably, all the world major civilization and cultures have a bound and have a connection with the sky. For centuries, the beautiful sky visible at night have formed a stunning landscape. For thousands of years, humans have tried to interpret what they see in the sky, in space, in outer space, and how it has played an essential role in shaping human understanding of a social issue. The field of archaeoastronomy and ethnoastronomy also refer to us as cultural astronomy, are concerned with human projection and understanding of astronomical phenomena throughout the history of science and across all cultures. It is a manifestation of human understanding of the movement of celestial objects, and it's connected with all social life of a culture of civilization. In conclusion, either is a ethnoastronomy, archaeoastronomy, or astronomy history is an interdisciplinary field. It is a branch of astronomy that focuses on how the movements of space objects or astronomy play a vital role in the development of society, culture, our way of life. Basically, how humans react to natural phenomena. Ladies and gentlemen, next to deliberate the discussion topic, the National Planetarium invite 4 experts tonight as listed. So Shazwani, maybe you can start showing the slide. All right. The first speaker is Professor Dr. Taufik Hidayat. He is currently a professor of astronomy at Institute of Technology Bandung, Indonesia. And he is also a head of astronomy research division. His expertise is on planetary science and also radio astronomy, focusing on active group, for example. Got a PhD in astrophysics from Universities Paris Diderot, Sorbonne Paris City, France, master degree university and Bachelor of Science from Department of Astronomy, Institute of Technology Bandung, Indonesia. The primary achievement got a high achievement award from ITB in 2000, last year, 2020. Basically, this is award to the best lecturers that give the most contribution to the ITB and to the country, to the Indonesia. He's also a member of committee for Timau National Observatory. She's at Lapan, Large Telescope at Kupang Observatory. His name was adopted by IAU to be a name of one of the main belt asteroid, 12179 Taufik. This is great in 2010. So his name is on the sky right now. So that is the first speakers. The second speakers from Malaysia, Nurul Fatini Jaafar. She is currently a postgraduate student at Academy of Malay Studies, University Malaya. She is very active, currently affiliated with various scientific organizing committees such as Scientific Organizing Committee of the History and Heritage of Working Group Southeast Asia Astronomical Network, member of European Society for Astronomy in Culture, and member of International Society for Archaeoastronomy and Astronomy in Culture. Her expertise, of course, is in ethnoastronomy and cultural anthropology, and got his his degree in science physics from University Science Malaysia 2012, and currently pursue Master of Malay Studies majoring on cultural astronomy from University Malaya. Due to his work, she's managed to documenting and synthesizing patterns of Malay archipelago star floor, including those of the Orang Asli, origins of. Second, contribute several papers, 3 papers for the books produced printing title Exploring the History of Southeast Asian Astronomy book, and present research finding in many countries such as Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, and Japan. And the next speaker is Associate in Rizal Technological University, Philippines, young man, and is a very have a great responsibility as a director on University Research and Development Center. He also responsible as a program officer for Center for Astronomy, program of Science in Astronomy, and also she is also advocate pollutions, which currently is a project leader for light pollution research program, and his expertise is education or astronomy. He got an MA education and MSc astronomy in 2012 and 2016 from Rizal Technological University, and currently pursue his PhD from University. Generally, he's a person that's supporting in developing astronomy education in Filipina, in of ethnoastronomy. And as I say earlier, he is also a proponent of light pollution studies in Philippines. So basically, that is a little bit brief about our speakers for tonight. And without further ado, basically our webinar tonight, we make it more relaxable, and however, because of the time, panel members are requested to adhere to this set time. Each panel 10 minutes to comment on the topic. In the 8 minutes, a reminder will be given for panel members to wrap up the discussion. And in order to do that, we start with the first round. The question goes to Professor Dr. Taufik Hidayat. So basically, in order to explore the history of Southeast Asian astronomy, I think we should start with the biggest countries in the Southeast Asia, which is Indonesia. And maybe, Prof, you can describe the main milestone of Indonesia astronomical ancient and modern history and their significance. Professor Dr. Taufik, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Fairoz. Allow me to share my screen. I will use screen,
please,
to start my presentation. Okay, this is my screen. Okay, I hope you can see clearly.
Yes, we can see your slide clearly.
Okay, so hello again, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So it is a great pleasure to be here in this webinar organized by Planetarium Negara Malaysia. And thank you very much for inviting me to share with you and my dear colleagues from Southeast Asia, Professor Bun Raksa, Nurul Fatini Jafar, and Ryan Guido, about the history of Southeast Asian astronomy. Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate you in this occasion of the independence celebration. So let me start to discuss on question one that applies to all speakers here. And for me, it is, of course, about the main milestone in Indonesian astronomical history and their meaning. So I think we can identify the practices of ancient astronomy in various daily or general activities in Indonesia that is related to, the first one is agriculture. You can see here in red points here in the map of Indonesia, lowland with rice astronomical system in Indonesia and Southeast Asia, compiled by Professor Orchiston in his paper in 2017. And the second one is related to religious worship, the time when to do that particular ritual worship. And the third one is related to building or complex orientation. And furthermore, one important thing is navigation related to seafaring, because Indonesia is a large archipelago. So the connection among islands in the region must use naval transportation. And of course, they need to create a timekeeping system or calendar system. It means that they must observe the night sky carefully and resulting star pattern or asterism that we use until today. So, and finally, we also have modern astronomy developed in Indonesia. Okay, I would like to highlight the milestones in Indonesian history. More recently, the complex of the oldest temple was found in West Java, as shown in this small picture. It is believed built in the 2nd century and continued to grow until the 12th century, providing with many small temples. The existence of calendars were confirmed by many inscriptions throughout Java Island in particular. I show you in this picture as examples, and there is at least 3 systems that were adopted. That is lunar calendar, solar calendar, and the combination of lunisolar system that is perhaps influenced by the Indian culture in the period of 8th to 16th century. And then it changed again with the acceptance of Islam in the 15th to 16th century, as shown here. For example, a traditional religious event conducted in Yogyakarta, the capital of Javanese Royal Kingdom, until now. We also believe that the original calendar system called the Pranata Mangsa applied for agriculture has been practiced for before 6th century. And then the coming of Western influence in the 17th century, modern astronomy were introduced in Indonesia. And finally, the establishment of Posya Observatory in 1923 was the sign of modern development of astronomy in Indonesia. And other important aspects are the existence of many temples. We call them candi in Indonesia, in particular in Sumatra and Java Islands at different periods, which resulted different styles of building, spanning the period of more than 15 centuries. For example, here that I showed you earlier, the complex of the oldest temple in West Java. And this is also the examples of candi in Sumatra, built by the Sriwijaya Kingdom. And we obviously their presence highlight the importance to know the orientation and finally possible alignment with astronomical object. We see here Borobudur Temple, the biggest Buddhist temple in the world, and Prambanan, the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia, both being built in the 9th century, has been confirmed by several researchers that they have evidence about the good astronomical alignment with the suns, meaning that they respect cardinal direction when they were designed and built. The map here shows the general distribution of Central Javanese temple remains, from the group dissertation in 2009. Central Java in particular is well endowed with Hindu and Buddhist temples, and we can assume that most, if not all, of this had astronomical association. The geography of Central Java is quite complex and requires a closer look if we want to understand temple distribution as shown here. From a topographical point of view, the area is characterized by the presence of the two rich agricultural plains of Yogyakarta and Solo, surround here, the ancient kingdom, bordered by high hills, Menoreh Hills and the Gunung Kidul, also around here, and dominated by Mount Merapi. These very, very active volcanoes until now. And here's an example that three temples, Borobudur, Candi Pawon, and Candi Mendut temples are probably aligned to something that must be searched further. Yeah, these are other examples, inscription in Borobudur that also depict some astronomical bodies, the moon, the sun, and location of inscription in Central Java that contain a precise date in the inscription. Yeah? So that's show the relation with the astronomy. As I mentioned earlier, maritime activities were quite important in Indonesian society. As shown also here, an inscription in Borobudur temple again, showing a big ship that indicates these seafaring activities. This maritime tradition was mostly carried out by ethnic groups such as Bugis Makassar, Mandar, Bajo, Buton, and Madura, and some Javanese communities, and some ethnic groups in Sulawesi that were famous for their distinctive cultural characteristic are the Bugis Makassar, yellow area here, and the Mandar, red area, and the Bajo, which generally live in many locations around the island. They are famous as traders and seafarers. So in the open ocean with no land inside, the sailors had to use celestial bodies, as the sun as a benchmark during the day, and also the moon if it happened to be visible during the day. But at night, they recognize certain stars and group of stars that we call asterism, and that allowed them to pinpoint the cardinal direction. And so they developed a body of knowledge involving key stars and star patterns that traditional navigators passed down from generation to generation. You can see here, for example, star pattern, their star pattern, are naturally to mimic fishes. In the Mandar, the shape of Pitong Lambaru, they call it, like stingray, and Pitong Mangiwang is a big fish here. And finally, in the beginning of 17th century, Dutch Indies traders came to Indonesia, led by Frederick de Houtman. He was a Dutchman who, between 1595 and 1599, made 2 voyages to the Dutch East Indies for Naval of Indonesia and plotted stars visible in the southern sky. And subsequently, he was imprisoned in Aceh and was able to make further astronomical observation. And in 1603, he published his Southern Stars catalog as an appendix to a dictionary of local language. At the same period, modern science emerged in Europe, as we know, and from then on, several expeditions came again to Indonesia. Here is another famous example of how the use of modern instrumentation were finally brought to Java. The transit of Venus in 1761 and 1769 appear to mark the starting point of instrumental science in the Dutch East Indies. It was possible thanks to, in 1765, the Reverend Johann Maurits Moore, who undertook the build of fully equipped private observatory in Batavia, or the former name of Jakarta. There he made several major astronomical and meteorological observations, and more initiative inspired other Europeans living on Java around 1770 to start a scientific movement. And unfortunately, the building has been destroyed in 19th century, probably due to an earthquake. So several expeditions for total solar eclipse in Indonesia have also been reported in the beginning of the 20th century, and they were able to make a valuable contribution to solar physics. And finally, Modern astrophysics emerged in Indonesia during the 1920s with the founding of the Bosch Observatory at Lembang on the southern slope of a volcano and at an altitude of 1,300 meters. Here are some pictures during the construction of main dome.
Prof. Taufik, you have 2 minutes to go.
Yes, okay. So here is the situation of Bosch Observatory in 1930, showing the final configuration of the telescope built at that time. So there are several buildings here. Actually, they have their own telescopes, from small one up to the biggest one here, the double refractor of 60 centimeters. And yeah, so modern astronomy in Indonesia was born thanks to the establishment of Bosch Observatory in 1923 by the NISV, that is the Dutch East Indies Astronomical Association, founded in 1920 by the founding fathers of Bosch Observatory. So, and then it grows. For example, during 1960, we have the Smith telescope and so on. So basically, it is optical observatory. And then I think I stop now for this introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Just a very quick question. For the ancient astronomy, all that you showed earlier, you put it in the book. Is there any books that we can read all what you showed just now?
Not all, yeah, not all, but some recent works has been published in the book you mentioned in the introduction. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Some of them. Yes.
Thank you very much. I hope everybody are enjoying with the great presentation, with a great history of Indonesia. So that is the case for Indonesia. How about Malaysia? Maybe Ms. Nurul Fatini would like say something about Malaysia. Nurul, you have a floor.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, thank you to Planetarium Negara for inviting me to this webinar. I first admit that I may not know everything about Malaysia's astronomical history, but I will share inputs that I am familiar with. I don't have slides tonight, but I will only share with you the book in discussion later. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's astronomical panorama in Malaysia covers Islamic astronomy, or better known as Falak Syari'i, which is dominantly powered by the Mufti departments, Jabatan Kemajuan Islam Malaysia, JAKIM, and higher learning institutions, I mean the universities, as well as the NGOs. Also, there are institutions like universities and schools, also observatories that are working on astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology, and so on. And we have Agensi Angkasa Negara and Planetarium Negara as the anchors, supported by many NGOs, which I guess most of us in Malaysia are aware of that. Since the intention of this program is actually to review a book entitled Exploring the History of Southeast Asia Astronomy, a review of current projects and future prospects and possibilities, edited by Professor Wayne Ochiston and Prof. Mayang Bahia, which is just published by Springer on July 2021, I would like to highlight on the research gap in this astronomical history and heritage field for Malaysia case. So why do we study history? Do we want to know more about our past or about the lives lived by our forefathers to link the present with the past? And I feel that it's a natural continuity of human consciousness from generation to generation. For histrophile, I mean the fan of history, their interest might lie on questions such as who is the first Malaysian astronomer, which is the first observatory ever built, what is the first recorded observation, what is the first instrument ever used, and the list goes on and on. You can listen to the previous webinars to have insight on all these questions. My research study on the cultural astronomy of the Malay archipelago focuses on the ethnic cultural heritage. My interest is on the cultural groups worldwide that includes astronomical knowledge and practices. I try to reconstruct the human's past. In simple words, I try to collect the people's astronomical knowledge and link them to see a bigger picture on how does our ancestors at this specific area of Sunda Shelf, I mean the the previous Southeast Asia, looks like in terms of their cultural, ecological, and economic lifestyles. And what I'm doing now is only for one group, which is the Orang Asli Semelai of Tasik Bera Pahang. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, almost 2,000 ethnic groups throughout this archipelago. I mean, the people of southern Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and the Philippines. It's tremendous, a lot more to be studied. And this is only the indigenous beliefs. I mean, the supernatural belief before the main religion contact. Many call it animism, but I refer to it as Adi Korati, which is unlikely not similar to animism. It's a supernatural belief. So pre-Islam, I mean before Malacca, even before Batu Bersurat Terengganu was inscribed, we already had Hinduism and Buddhism. So we own many kingdoms. Those that we know are the 9 states today. So believe me or not, we should have at least 9 astrologers, 9 differing astronomical systems at least, and who are studying this. So to conclude my personal view at this round, which is I'm discussing on the gaps in this field, I'm honored to say that the history and heritage of Malaysia's astronomy has started since the first batch of humans ever reached this area, the Sunda Shelf, where the elders later began spreading, forming many other subgroups, undergoing multitude of cultural processes until what we are today. So that's all for this round 1. Thank you.
Fascinating facts. You say Adikati? You say Adikati?
Adi Korati.
Adi Korati. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That is the first belief before Hinduism, Buddhism,
Yes.
and Islam. Yeah. So this is a new word for me, and new noise. Thank you, Fatini. Next, another island countries, the Philippines. Associate Professor Ryan Manuel Guido. Maybe you can describe about the Philippines milestone.
Yes, good evening to everyone. I'll just share my screen. Okay, it's there. Okay, so magandang gabi from the Philippines. So let us start. So the Philippines is an archipelago which is bounded to the east by the Philippine Sea and south on the Celebes Sea and Sulu Sea. So on the west is the South China Sea, the Philippine Sea, and on the southwest is the island of Borneo, Sulawesi, and Taiwan. So several of these islands shape the nature of the prehistoric astronomical systems discovered by in the Philippine region or transmitting them into the parts of the world. One of the major proponents of the Philippine ethnoastronomy or history of astronomy in the Philippines was propounded by Dr. Dante Ambrosio, in which he had his book named Balatic, okay, in which he compiled all indigenous groups' astronomical system, which is a part of its culture, and its culture to tend to evolve over time. So as a result, the astronomical systems do as well, particularly when the ecological foundations of culture are questioned or altered. Additionally, these established frameworks for identifying various beliefs, the culture, customs, and traditions are associated with historical astronomy in the Philippines. According to his research, so the indigenous people of the Philippines made use of a variety of astronomical objects, some of which is we call balatic, or we in our term we call it the Orion, while for Moroporo, which is the Pleiades, unless there are also other from our colleagues in other countries if they call it the same with us. So during the pre-colonial period of the Philippines, so that was 900 AD to 1521. So the data entries about eclipses, as well as rituals, as well as the plethora of earthquakes are additionally more about the moon and the sun's influence. So the Philippines has a rich and diverse cultural heritage, such as what is being shown now, that foreigners from various parts of Asia and the rest of the world already interacts and intermingles with the Filipino through trades, barters, and the like. Muslim merchants, Islam was introduced to the archipelago and coexisted peacefully for pre-existing beliefs and practices. Ancient Filipinos were cognizant of their environment. They were extremely observant and made an effort to describe and comprehend the events that transpired around them. They also attempted to associate with heavenly bodies because they played a significant role in their lives with the events that occurred in their lives. So they have these perceptions and interpretations of celestial bodies and phenomena, which they observed were profound influence through the indigenous people's legends and myths. So to interpret and explain their understanding of the environment, they use stories, especially Spanish colonizers may have possessed advanced astronomical knowledge during their colonization of the Philippines, but choose not to inform the indigenous people, such as comet sightings and eclipses, in order to scare or confuse the indigenous people. So the image shown on the left part of the presentation is the Bakunawa, or it's a gigantic sea serpent deity of the deep and the underworld, who is often considered as the cause of eclipses. So, as for history of the Philippines have been a Spanish colony, an American colony, and a Japanese colony. So during Spanish colony, the Spaniards left their mark primarily through Jesuit missionaries and astronomers. So modern astronomy was then also inspired by the Manila Observatory, or formerly known as the Observatorio Meteorológica de Manila, through the scientific efforts of Father Federico Faura, who was then in charge of the advance warning against typhoons in the Philippines, which made the reputation of the observatory, and known for the monthly Boletín del Observatorio de Manila. The monthly observatory reports are in detail, as well as the movements of the earth, the winds, the heavens, the tides, the stars, and clouds at all hours of every day and every night. Throughout its time, it expanded its services to the development of aneroid barometer, time services, seismological observation, and astronomical studies. So the Manila Observatory was not originally built in its present site in Ateneo de Manila campus in Quezon City. It was originally built in the suburbs of Intramuros, Manila, or we call it the inner city. The suburb is now named Padre Faura, named after the founder of the observatory in 1865. The observatory engaged in weather observation, forecasting, meteorology, astronomy, and geomagnetism. It was then established by the American colonial government in the Philippines Weather Bureau. In 1887, a 19-inch refracting telescope was installed in the dome of the observatory. One of the most notable remarks on Philippine modern astronomy was during the late Jesuit Father Victor Badillo, who worked as a scientist and astronomer in the Manila Observatory, in which he holds meetings and conducts stargazing activities using a 3.5-inch Questar telescope. So with the desire of the Filipino people to explore the cosmos, they have actively initiated several community outreach and stargazing activities, one of which is hosted by the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, Astronomical Services Administration, or PAG-ASA, as well as with the endeavors of the USTSEI, or the Science Education Institute, in which they initiated the Philippine Space Education Program by Dr. Maricese. Another is that in the University of the Philippines, they first initiated the astronomy education for the subject physics and astronomy for pedestrians. At present, the main institutions in the Philippines that perform astronomical functions are the UST PAG-ASA, the National Planetarium, the National Planetarium of the Philippines, the Manila Observatory, the New Era University. New Era University is a private university in the Philippines, and the Rizal Technological University. So RTU hosts the most sophisticated optical astronomical equipment in the country. So also, with the newly established Philippine Space Agency in 2019, the Philippines now have its official space agency. So the Philippine Space agency will help the country discover astronomy and space science technology. So if you would notice, most of the endeavors or the past events regarding Philippine astronomy is more on the informal part, wherein the community outreach and observations were being made. So that's for the Philippines. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have Balatik in Malaysia.
Yeah.
In Malaysia, I think Fatini, we call it Belantik, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
So
we still share the same.
yeah.
It is.
It's the Orions. And in Indonesia, the Dutch built the Bosca Observatory, and in Philippines, I'm not very sure, either Spanish or the American built the observatory, but in Malaysia, British not built any observatory for us. So that is I think it's a little bit different, because you start the astronomy program by the observatory that built by either British or American or Spanish. But it's okay. Thank you for your deliberation, Mr. Ryan. And now Thailand, or in Malaysia they call Siam or Siam, is I know is a very active country, active in astronomy due to the NARIT, National Astronomical Research Institute of Thailand. Prof. Bun Raksa, maybe you can explain the history in astronomy of Thailand and how it is important to promote astronomy, ethnoastronomy, or archaeoastronomy as a legacy for modern time or modern astronomy. Prof. Bun, you have a floor.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Firos. Firstly, I feel really great honor to have the opportunity to join the activities on Malaysia National Independent Month. And may I congratulate Malaysia for this important occasion. So I want to start with how significant and how important that we need to study about history of astronomy, and also some information about archaeoastronomy and ethnoastronomy. Actually, according to the historical record, Thailand in the old time we call Siam has a long history in astronomy for 335 years ago. Modern astronomy was introduced to Ayutthaya Kingdom, in 1685 by French ambassador and Jesuit astronomer. But the modern astronomy was no continuation for, I think, about 180 years, until the rise of King Rama IV, the father of Thai science, and the prosperous of development of astronomy becoming again during this time. So you see the photo of, this one is a picture of the statue of King Narai, in Ayutthaya period, from 1350 to 1767. And in this picture, you see that this is about 180 years after. So in Ratanakosin period and King Rama IV, from 1782 to 1932 for Ratanakosin period. And this is some of the sanctuary built oriented in the direction according to the sunrise and the sunset or something like that. And this is the example of the lunar mansion. So at present, astronomy has been passed from the royal court in the old time, to the public, to the people more. and astronomy education was introduced to school and higher education. And NARIC has been established since 2009 as a national organization in astronomy. So we see how important to promote and carry on the study and the investigation of the history of astronomy in Thailand. And we want to preserve as a astronomy legacy of the country. Right? So we put history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy as one of the key research areas at NARIC. And now many researchers are interested in joining the research work. We also set up the astronomical archive. The name is NARU. It's a short for the NARIC Archive and Reading Unit. So this is located at Princess Silimthorn Astro Park. This is the area of the Astro Park Library, astronomy library here. We preserve a space for keeping all the archive, in the cabinet, and we prepare the shelf to put all the documents that keep very well in the temperature control room. And we have many visitors coming to visit our archive and reading unit at NARIC. So this is some example of some archive that we keep very carefully in our at NARIC. Right? So I want to give you some information about history of astronomy in Thailand or in Siam. We have the first observatory actually. We call Wat San Paulo Observatory. This was built actually by the French Jesuit astronomer. That time led by the French ambassador, called, his name is Chevalier de Chaumont in this picture. You see that Chevalier de Chaumont is presented the royal message from King Louis XIV to King Narai the Great, in 1685. So on that occasion, King Narai was very interested in astronomy, interested in many modern scientific instruments, especially the telescope. So he allowed the French Jesuit to build this first, we call it maybe the first national observatory in Siam at that time. This is the drawing of the Wat San Paulo Observatory at that time. And at King Narai period, there are several astronomical phenomena. The important phenomena is total solar eclipse on the 11th of December, 1685. And the second important astronomical phenomena is partial eclipse, partial solar eclipse on the 30th of April, 1688. These are the picture painted by the French artists who didn't come to Siam that time, but according to the description of Jesuit astronomer, so he drew this picture. You have King Narai sitting here, where the Jesuit, they give the explanation of this phenomena, and the group of people, they set up the telescope to observe the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. Actually, 30 April 1688, there was a total solar eclipse, but a little over Thailand. In China, they observed the total solar eclipse, but in Siam that time, just only the partial solar eclipse. So astronomy in Siam was under patronage of King Narai. He bestowed permission to the French Jesuit to build the observatory. And actually he requested 12 Jesuit astronomer from France to be stationed at the observatory, but he died before the 12 Jesuit astronomer came to Siam that time.
Okay, Prof.
Anyway,
you have 2 minutes to go.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, no continuation of astronomy until 180 years after. So that is the time of King Rama IV or King Mongkut. Yeah, he so much interested in study language and science, you know. So he is the one who makes the precise calculation of the total solar eclipse over Siam on the 18th of August, 1868. And he witnessed himself among the noble people to confirm his calculation. His talent in modern astronomy made him recognized by Thai people as the father of Thai science. So this is the statue of King Rama IV, and this is the photo when King witnessed the eclipse to confirm his calculation, as this is the photo of the total solar eclipse in 1898. And there's a continuation after King Rama IV of astronomy. Yeah, so the astronomy activity inherit in right of King Rama V. This is a picture of Sir Arthur Schuster from the University of Manchester. He was invited by King Rama V to observe the total solar eclipse on the 6th of April, 1875. And this is the photo of the total solar eclipse observed from Siam on 9 May 1929. And this is the total solar eclipse of the reign of King Rama IX, 20 June 1955. And this is the photo of the King Rama IX. Look through the Newtonian telescope prepared by Chulalongkorn University, the first university in Thailand. I think in the year of 1958, and he was very interested in astronomy. So many times he asked the researcher astronomer to set up the telescope for him for observation. So for the first round, I want to stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Bulan. Very interesting to know that your king also able to calculate precisely the dates and time on the eclipse. And I'm very interested on your NARU, NARU, archive and reading unit at NARI to preserve all the manuscript. It's a very good example to where I think Malaysia also should thinking to have same unit to preserve the manuscript for the future generation. Okay, we are finished the first round, and for a second round we go more specific topic, very focusing. And we know that the sun, moon, stars, and planet have been recognized to play vital part in our everyday life for thousands of years, like Prof. Taufik Hidayat mentioned earlier. In Indonesia, agriculture is important. Therefore, people watch the movement of these celestial objects to maintain time, recognize changing seasons, when to grow crops, create calendars, travel among the island, and various things. Sometimes people build a monument, like you say, for multi-purpose, for worship and related to astronomical object movement. There are many temples, like Professor Taufik said, maybe, but this time I think I would like to focus on Prambanan Temple in Central Java. Maybe shall you elaborate more on the uniqueness of this Prambanan Temple in Central Java, please, Professor Taufik.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Prambanan, I think it is a clear example about the possible astronomical aspect on such a big construction. The Prambanan temple is the largest Hindu, as I mentioned earlier, in Indonesia, dedicated to Shiva, and now is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Monuments. So this complex consists of more than 250 large and small temples. And according to Shiva Graha inscription, the temple was inaugurated around the 9th century. So the central area of the complex has a form of a raised terrace and is surrounded by a massive square wall that has 4 gateways in each side and has a size of 110 by 110 meters square. There are 16 temples with various dimension located in this area, and actually each temple has its own name. Yeah. The second area of the complex is larger here, and the size is about 222 by 222 meters square.
Prof, you are sharing a slide because we cannot see your slide.
Oh, okay. So let me check again. Sorry.
Yeah, I think please do it again.
Okay. Can you see this the slide now?
No, no, no.
No?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you stop first, stop sharing, and then share again.
Okay.
Ah, now we can see the slide.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I continue. Yeah. This is the how it looks like the big temple. Yeah. So this area consists the outer area consists of 224 small shrines called Pervara that were arranged in parallel into 4 descending tiers that face the back of the first area. To date, only 4 Pervara has been successfully restored, but we will see this configuration. It is very interesting as a concept. Okay, so what is the astronomical aspects of this temple? To find the possible astronomical aspect, first we examine the orientation of temple by photographing the temple relative to the sun and the moon, and then we made a map by utilizing a theodolite to confirm the orientation of temple. And second, we analyzed the mandala of the Prambanan temple, which is the basic concept of Hindu structures, and the construction date and function of the temple can be inferred from this concept of Vastu Purusa mandala. I will explain a bit more later. And eventually, we seek the possibility of alignments with the most important celestial bodies in Hinduism, that is the sun and the moon. Astronomical alignments can be measured by observing the structure and orientation of the temple, as well as measuring the azimuth and altitude of the temples. So to confirm this, this finding, we did a field survey at Prambanan by observing and taking photographs of the temple with respect to the sun when the equinox occurs. Such observations in Prambanan were performed 3 times during our study in 2013 and 2014. And the precise image that shows the orientation of temple with respect to the sun was taken during the sunset of 20 March 2013 at the western chamber of the Shiva temple facing west, as shown in this figure. Yeah. So this photograph shows a wooden bar that we put on the middle of the chamber entrance, acting as a gnomon or a sundial, which then form a straight line projection towards the bar and had exactly a perpendicular shadow with respect to the entrance. From this picture, we could confirm that Prambanan is precisely oriented towards the cardinal point. And from the orientation of temple, there is no doubt that the architect of this temple had a qualified knowledge in astronomy. They must have been observing the sun continuously so that the accurate position of the cardinal direction could be determined. Yeah. So at that time, we also cooperate with the people from geodetic department that is able to make a very precise measurement of location. Okay, this just a brief uh, explanation about the essential form of mandala. That is a square, yeah, which is made from circles. So according to the Hindu people of India, the form of square is sacred, perfect, and is the symbolic form of the universe. So a temple built on the ground above the mandala represents a microcosmic event. So this event will be complete if the mandala is oriented towards the sun, especially when the sun and the moon are united at new moon. So in other words, the mandala setup should be arranged during solar eclipse. This means that these two celestial bodies have the most influence on Hindu architecture, especially for temples. Yeah? So we can make from the measurement some determination of the position and the alignments actually. Our survey also successfully measured the precise position of each temple using precise geodetic measurement. This table shows the number illustrating the accuracy of positioning of the temples, especially in the arcseconds accuracy here. And from this description, it is not surprising if Prambanan has walls with a square shape surrounding each one of the areas, as well as its orientation towards the cardinal point. As shown here, we made the mandala with the procedure described above and earlier, enlarge it until it has the same size as the first area on the plan of Prambanan. Then we did an overlay on the plan shown here that we made by utilizing the contour map from the archaeological department provided by them. And there is an interesting feature in this figure, namely that the midpoint here, the midpoint of the first area of Prambanan is not located in the middle of the stairs on the Shiva temple, but instead it is located just next to the stairs. So here we can conclude that the mandala was the fundamental concept in the construction of Prambanan. So here also mentioned the name of each temple. So of course they have religious meaning. And yeah, although Shiva is not exactly located in the middle of the first area, we use Shiva position as the coordinate of Prambanan. And for calculating several possible alignment here, finally we make some measurement, we make some calculation using the standard formula of spherical astronomy, yeah. And then we found 23 of 28 alignments possibly refer to the moon. So most of these alignments use Parvara as the point. Parvara is in the surrounding of the big.
Professor Taufik, you have 2 minutes to go.
Okay. So this may indicate that the Parvara layout as a concentric square is useful for making observation of the sun and the moon. Therefore, we propose a hypothesis that apart from its main function as a place for Hindu worship, Prambanan may also have been a lunar observing site. So this also indicates the knowledge of astronomy. Okay. So finally, we can make an estimation for the date of establishment of Prambanan. So according to the inscription I mentioned earlier, Shivagraha inscription, it is probably the 12th November 1856, according to the paper by the Kasparis in 1956 and also by Hapsora in 1986. And we use ephemeris program, especially made by the GPL for archaeoastronomy, GPL DE 406. And finally, we obtained 16 possible dates and compared them with the historical data described by Hapsora. And finally, we conclude that the most feasible data for construction of Prambanan to have begun was in 27 of September 846. So we propose Prambanan was finished 10 years after the first mandala determination. So that's one. I think is very important example how astronomical knowledge was used for the construction of very important buildings such as the Temple of Prambanan in Central Java. So thank you. This is the explanation for Prambanan.
Thank you, Professor Taufik. So I just remember last webinar where one of our speakers also showed the Candi Lembah Bujang, Temple of Lembah Bujang in north of Peninsular Malaysia, which is almost the same criteria where greatest technology, greatest old knowledge, they can build very accurate direction determination. So thank you again, Prof. Taufik. Now we go again to Ms. Fatini. The indigenous people in Peninsular Malaysia are referred to as Aborigines or Orang Asli. In Malay, we call it Orang Asal, if I'm not mistaken, original people. While in Sabah and Sarawak, they are not called Orang Asli, but they're called native people, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever is this, the Orang Asli or Aborigine, they have a what we call a very strong culture that is very closely to the environment, including the movement of the sky object, celestial object. Fatini, maybe you can describe the importance of documenting the astronomical knowledge and practice by Orang Asli and other ethnicity of Malaysia. Please, Ms. Nurul.
Sure, Cik Fairuz, thank you. But first, let me share this book. Can you see? Is it?
Okay, we can see right now. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Let me. Actually, I also put the link on the comment sections. So so everyone can download it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Maybe the admin can, just just pin that one or okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the question is the importance of documenting the astronomical systems of the Aboriginal ethnics. Hi everyone again. I would like to answer this question based on my experience in conducting research on ethnoastronomy among the indigenes of Peninsular Malaysia. So this research was actually kicked off in 2014. I acknowledge that I truly have deep interest in cultural studies, and Dr. Chong Hon Yu provided me with some inputs on the Aboriginal astronomy back then when I was in USM. I affirmed to take up this path after I attended ISHA, the International School of Young Astronomers in Chiang Mai, Thailand, thanks to the International Astronomical Union (IAU). I met the book editor, Professor Wayne O'Kiston there. He encouraged me to pursue this field where he said, Nurul, it's now or never. So to cut short, I agreed. I took up this road not taken path, and Alhamdulillah, I'm still here, adoring the beauty of this field under the supervision of Dr. Ahmad Hakimi Khairuddin, an archaeologist and cultural anthropologist by training from the Bosnian American School of Anthropology at the Academy of Malay Studies, University Malaya. So later we go to that book. There are several main reasons why it is important to document the astronomical systems of the indigenous ethnics. Primarily, the study on this topic is sui generis. Many researchers from the West especially admit that the documentation of this knowledge in this Southeast Asia region is still insufficient, thus it leaves a significant gap in the world's contact. Secondly, I can't say no to this research because we are aware that the culture is somewhat is something that is flexible. It grows and it evolves through time, and there will be parts that gonna disappear. So again, back to what Professor Wayne said, it's now or never. You're doing it, you take this or it will gone forever. And my one final thought is when you are doing ethnoastronomy or archaeoastronomy or cultural astronomy or history of astronomy, you are actually dealing with multidisciplinary research in order to find linkages between the proto groups, I mean the ancestral. It requires supporting data, not only from anthropology and astronomy, but a combination of proof from archaeology, from genetics, linguistics, and also paleoecology. And in return, you are also giving back or contributing to these different fields. So we still have time, isn't it? So I would like to share a bit of my work together with my supervisor as what includes in the History of Southeast Asia Astronomy book. Okay. So can you see, is it moving or not?
No.
Not
No.
moving?
No.
I wonder why it's not moving.
Facing your books.
Why is it not moving? I think never mind. Never mind. We just maybe those who are listening, you can download the book using the link that I provided on the comment section. Wait, how to stop this? I just pause this screen session.
Okay.
Okay, so okay. Let me share a bit of my work. Actually, if you look at the index of the book for Malaysia case, other than our 3 chapters, you can also find Mr. Nor Azam Magno and Prof. Wayne's work on the British expedition in Alostar during the total solar eclipse of 1929. Okay, so one of the chapter, me and Dr. Hakimi's chapter on the Orang Asli astronomy actually argues on the significance of astronomical knowledge and practices among the Orang Asli, whether it is critical or not for the Orang Asli survivals. So most assume, even classified by categories, that the Orang Asli's inadequate knowledge actually associates to their mode of adaptation. For example, they thought that the Negritos who reside in rainforests have very little knowledge on stars compared to those living by the shores. So based on our preliminary research, but please note that we might not have gathered sufficient data, we conclude that the astronomical knowledge doesn't play a critical role in the survival of the Orang Asli, but this doesn't mean that they are not accomplished and not adapted well to the surroundings. It's just that they don't rely on astronomical knowledge, but they do practice other ecological strategies. So that is what written on the Orang Asli paper. So our second work on the astronomy of the northern west coast of Peninsular Malaysia, that is actually Kedah. We showed that the ancestors of Kedah, among them were actually ancient hunters and gatherers, fishermen, and sedentary rice planters, based on the 4 different asterisms identified during my fieldwork back then in 2016 or 2015, I think. So the asterisms are Belantik, Bintang Tujuh, Pari, and also Biduk. So we also discuss about the Piama, which is the local seasonal and calendrical system and its association with fishing and agricultural lifestyles. That's the paper number 2. And the final work was on the linkage between the asterisms and local ecological systems among the Austronesian speakers. We know that the asterisms are cultural remnants, markers of the past, where the past give us meanings and functions of the asterisms, as well as a limited sense of the people and their knowledge of the ecological system, we attempt to reconstruct part of the history of the Austronation based on our current understanding of the star catalog that we have. So from there, we find similarities and dissimilarities among the meanings and functions of the asterisms, where the similarities point towards a common history of the associated groups, while the dissimilarities suggest the corresponding groups parted ways sometimes in the past, and afterwards they develop separately. But to be honest, further works and analysis need to be done in order to construct a coherent picture. So that's all for now. I hope it answers the question. Thank you, Cik Virus.
Thank you, Fatini, for the great explanation. You have start a good research work, and I believe many work still need to do. And I think with your explanation and deliberation, people start understanding how important to do R&D on ethnoastronomy in Malaysia. So we have finished the first round of the webinar, and I think we should straight away go to the second round, and we will continue our webinar with the next question to Associate Professor Ryan Manuel Guido. Maybe same to the case of Indonesia and Malaysia. Maybe you can explain how an ethnic group in Philippines, such as Palawan Negritos, Mindanao, and Mindoro, reorientate its social economic behavior related to astronomical phenomena. And therefore, perhaps you can explain the indigenous astronomical system of each ethnic. Mr. Ryan, you have a floor.
Okay, thank you. I'll share my screen again. Okay. So the Philippines bears an astronomical imprint. The Philippine archipelago has about 7,641 islands, which shows different rich groups of astronomical beliefs, traditions, and practices. So there are plenty of stuff that can be discussed in Philippine history of astronomy and ethnoastronomy, but of course, we do not have the luxury of time. So I will just share some for our sessions. So during the late Pleistocene was markedly different. Sea levels were much lower back then than they are now. So if you would notice on the shared image, the Philippines is almost interconnected with the other islands among the Southeast Asian countries. So the archipelago's larger islands were connected to one another. For instance, the Luzon to Samar, Bohol, and Mindanao were previously formed a single sinuous island. So, but this was changed dramatically over time. So during the next about 16,000 years, the sea rose relentlessly, submerging land, forming islands, and severing human communities. So the environmental changes frequently resulted in shifts of human ecology, which were then reflected in the beliefs and practices of some of our astronomers. So for the Negritos, the Philippine Negrito groups are divided into several classifications. They could be classified as Aita, Agta, Ata, Ati, okay, Iraya, Mamanhua. Okay, so currently we are building groups who will collate research of the ancient Filipinos' changing astronomical beliefs and practices. So they represent most of the ancient civilizations in the country, going back for more than about 40,000 years in time. So the figure on the left, are the current geographical distribution of the Negrito ethnic groups in Southeast Asian regions. The larger circles in Malaysia and the northern Philippines indicate the presence of many Negrito groups in these areas. On the right part of the presentation is the geographical distribution of the main Philippine Negrito groups. So the color pink are Aita, the color yellows are Agta, the color gray are Ata, the color red are Ati, the color orange are Batak, the purple are Iraya, and the blue are Mamanwa. Okay, so our primary objective is to delineate the parameters of contemporary astronomical systems found among the Negrito ethnic groups, indigenous groups in the Philippines, while there are still surviving members of these groups who can impart knowledge due to acculturation of the apathy of many members of the younger generations towards the new modernization. Just like what Nurul said and of Professor Wayne, no, that these several systems are being endangered and we must work quickly to record them while it is possible. Yeah, it's now or never. So this is, let us focus on, give an example of type of Negrito, the Ati. So the Ati in the Philippines has a festival. They have festival. We call it the Ati-Atihan. Okay? So every January in Aklan, in the province of Panay, in the Philippines, hold a celebration in the honor of Santo Niño, or the Holy Child, or Infant Jesus. So it is one of the most famous festival in the country. It is usually held during the third Sunday of January. In the native language, the word ati-atihan, which translates to mimic the ati, right? Mimic the ati. So the local term for the Aita people are the earliest inhabitants of the Panay and the neighboring islands in the archipelago. So the Ati have preserved astronomical beliefs, specifically those concerning the moon, the stars, the meteor showers as indicators of pregnancy, elopement, and bad fortune. The Ati now adhere to the Roman Catholic faith, and their beliefs in multiple gods associated with astronomical objects are functionally indigenous. The Attic agricultural practices were based on their astronomical beliefs, like cirrocumulus clouds and the full moon were considered, the presence of cirrocumulus clouds and full moon were considered favorable for planting, whereas a new moon, half moon, or eclipse were considered unfavorable. And so they performed rituals or prayed at home or made noise to ward off evil spirits from their crops. In hazard prediction, the behavior of animals, changes in the atmosphere, and the changes in the natural environment are also observed by the indigenous group. Additionally, the Atis speak of folk literatures that include stories about astronomy, such as the stars in the seventh moon that is being engulfed by the Bakunawa, if you remember the one that I've shown earlier. Okay, such as the first Atis gold putong. Okay, additionally, they believe in folk medicine, which includes bracelet for holistic protection and healing oils for body aches and itches. So the Ati primitive people who engage in basic economic activities and unconsciously apply astronomy in their daily lives, but they have threatened by the influx of modern people. They have been relocated their dwellings. However, still, their cultural, astronomical, and religious beliefs undergo change of extinction. Although these beliefs have partially collapsed, the Ati indigenous people have retained their cultural identity by modifying the influences of lowlanders to fit their own values, meanings, and functions. We also have the Dumagat tribe, Dumagat indigenous group. So the Dumagat indigenous group. So they are located along the Norzagaray, Bulacan, within this area. Okay, the Dumagat are pleasant. In Dumagat, pleasant weather is indicated by the moon's appearance in the night sky. It matches the next day's weather pattern. They believe on that, and they thought that a bright, dry day was imminent when the moon was in the crescent phase and was on the eastern side of the sky. When the wind blows from the west, it will signify damp and overcast weather. So when the sky is full with stars, it generates significant revenue for them. So the appearance of many stars, some of which are moving rapidly, suggests that summer is coming. So the Magat people believe that stars wanders across the sky till they vanish. So maybe that's our interpretation for meteor showers, as what they understood it as, the stars are wandering in the sky. So I guess these would be some of my initial answer for the discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. for the explanation, and I hope the survivals of the Ati indigenous people. So and how about ethnoastronomy or archaeoastronomy in Thailand? Maybe Prof. Bun Raksa would like to take the floor. Prof. Bun, please. Prof. Bun, I think you are muted.
Excuse me. Okay.
Okay.
I try to find my, okay.
Sure.
Okay, let me do it again. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Please
just
put it in full
want
screen.
to give some information about what are we doing about archaeoastronomy and ethnoastronomy in Thailand. As I already mentioned that now many researchers and many academic groups, they are interested in working on archaeoastronomy and ethnoastronomy. So they try to measure some kind of alignment and orientation of the sanctuary temple and city walls, which there are many in Thailand. And they also work on study about the culture and the way of living related to astronomy. In the old time, the observation of the rising and setting of sun, moon, and constellation was recorded and predicted the appropriate time for harvesting, cultivating, and hunting. So they know exactly the season when they want to do harvesting, cultivating, and hunting. So they record and and produce many information that link to astronomical phenomena. This is for the strategy for making a better governance of the society. So they built the temple, the sanctuary, and the city wall, with the orientation in line with astronomical phenomena. This is the picture of the sunrise through the 15 doorways of the Phnom Rung temple in the south, in the northeastern Thailand. So on the 2nd of April, every year, you will see the sunrise through the 15 doorway of the temple. They learn about the solar shadow, so when they build the city, normally they put the main pillar. This is represent the gnomon that they can make the measurement of the direction. So this is the example of the city wall of Chiang Mai, where the orientation is exactly north, south, and east-west direction. And this is the symbol of the construction of the temple, Phnom Rung temple, which marking some important astronomical phenomena related to their way of living. This is the example of the orientation of the city wall of many sites. Actually, this map was prepared by my director, Dr. Salan. He sent me this photo. This is the example of the Phnom Rung Historical Park, which the orientation is according to the direction of the north, east, and southwest, maybe a little deviation from exact direction. And this is a example of the city wall of Chiang Mai. And this is a city wall of Sukhothai. I think that Phnom Rung Historical Park was built about the 10th century, and city wall of Chiang Mai and city wall of Sukhothai were built on the 12th century. But according to the belief on the direction, so they give orientation according to the direction of the sunrise, sunset, or something. And this is the example of the Siam Chronicle. Yeah, recorded by the Royal Court. Actually, there are a lot of astronomical record, historical record did by indigenous group or ethnic group in many places. And this is the example of the astrological archival collection. This is a collection of some astronomical events. Yeah, for example, here is the sample of the Jupiter, the lunar occultation of the Jupiter, right? So we collect the chronicle since 1708 to 1758 during the late Ayutthaya Kingdom period. And this is the example of nakshatra. Yeah, the old Siam star scripture. This is normally inscribed in a long folded book. Yeah, and the generic name is we call the Samut Thai and Samut Khoi. It's made from different kind of papers. Yeah, and we collect this in our archive at Narit. So we have many collection of the star map and many collection of some record related to astronomy. This is an example of the crown and rainbow divination. Yeah, in Samut Thai or Samut Khoi, the generic name. Yeah, so this shows the appearance of the crown and the rainbow. The imagination of the people, you know, sometimes they imagine the cloud as the figure of the crocodile or the peacock or the angel or whatever, you know, and they link this to the divination in astrology. And this is the lunar mansion. Yeah, because in the Southeast Asia, I think we use the lunar calendar. So we collect many lunar star map of the lunar mansion, you know. And this is some kind of the figure of the asterism that we can study of how the local people make the imagination about the asterism. And this is some of the star law according to the belief of the people and the imagination of the people. For example, the Pleiades, this is the story of the mother chicken and the 7 chicken, right? And this is the constellation of Orion, which according to the Thai people, they imagine as the turtle with the plow, yeah, here. So this is some of the star law about this constellation. And this is the picture of the Ursa Majoris. Yes, right. And according to Thai imagination, they imagine the figure of this constellation as a crocodile. And they have the star law about this. Okay, yes. So this is some information about the record, from the indigenous group or ethnic group and the local people, in Thailand, which we have to study more and find more information about this. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Boon. And now we proceed to the last round, which we will discuss future project and possible collaboration. And we start with Prof. Dr. Taufik. In your opinion, how the best way to promote the activities for future collaboration on the area of history of astronomy among us in Southeast Asia? Please, Prof. Taufik.
Okay, so yeah, allow me again to use my
Prof.
slide. Yes.
Prof. Boon, please unshare.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay. I will use my slides.
Okay, we can see your slide.
Okay, so yeah, we talk about the topics which is very important for me, future collaboration on history of Southeast Asia astronomy. So yeah, actually I'm very, very impressed with the many studies presented in the book of Southeast Asia astronomy history that you show earlier. The term orang asli is common to Indonesia and Malaysia and refers to the original people who are thought to have occupied the southeast region prior to the arrival of the current population. So yeah, I think it is one of topics should be explored more deeply. So probably with these topics we can see more in commons in this region. So yeah, so actually perhaps we can promote one of common practices of astronomy for this region. So yeah, I also noticed several researchers, including in my country, for example, Haryawang and her collaborators have already written about the orientation of the eastern gateway of Borobudur, for example, and obviously other Japanese temples were in similar analysis. Yeah, and meanwhile in India and Thailand, for instance, I noticed many authors have examined the interior illumination, as shown Professor Boon, of Hindu temples and Buddhist temple at different critical times of the year. And yeah, well, we are also aware the paper by Stencil that inspired us to do the same thing for Prambanan. Because this paper have written about the astronomical parameters of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Yeah, it is also shows that similar approach have been used in this region. Yeah, so of course many others, Japanese candi in particular, also could be subject to similar scrutiny. Okay, this is about the astronomical practices for navigation, building orientation and alignments. I think we all have the common situation perhaps in Southeast Asia. And in our case, we still have many inscriptions to study, to be pursued, as discussed deeply in Raffles, and also for calendars, discussed in Dame, French researchers in 1950 with his seminal papers about that. So to my knowledge, several calendars in Indonesia, for example, Java, Kalasunda, has been previously studied by Professor Wiramiharja, the late Wiramiharja, and Balinese, Sunda Pranata Mangsa also. It's also one of the very interesting topics. And in the future, I would like to make a further alignment studies with geodesy and geology department in ITB. And because I myself has no knowledge about anthropology, for example, so we should cooperate with the Agency of National Archaeology, for example, in my country, and it's surely we can explore more with you in the future. This is just an example of various topic that has been studied in my department. Yeah. There are many students now have interest more in ethnoastronomy and archaeoastronomy. And in the master degree level, for example, in my university, we also have the inverse, which means graduated from archaeology that has no interest in astronomy. So they go to astronomy departments to study astronomy. So in the future, I think we will have good manpower to do ethno and archaeoastronomy. And like Nurul has mentioned, finding name of asterism in various traditions in Indonesia, I think this is very, very important for me. Yeah, we identified many names in Javanese tradition, for example, Sabi Gumarang, Bima Sakti, Tagi, Lambu, and so on. But the equivalence name or equivalence, perhaps equivalent sign for international constellation perhaps should be studied further. This is only approximation. We should study more on this. And the last thing, I think it's very important to continue the Star Lore of Southeast Asia. The first one that has been initiated by the late Professor Haifu, the former president of IEU, that has introduced the first version of Star Lore of Asia. There are several articles here from Indonesia. I think it's very, very important. And another example, the recent book, The Great Canals in the Sky, Star Lore and Astronomy of the South Pacific. I think I expect that in the near future that we can have this version for Southeast Asia. Yeah. So the last thing that I dream is I wish to have a complete collection of Indonesian traditional calendars from the whole country. Yeah, the last study we had is about the Batak calendar, Parhalaan, and in the near future we expect that many more regions in Indonesia can be studied for their respective calendar. So this is my opinion. So we expect that in the future we can collaborate in similar topics to get more our knowledge about Indonesian, Southeast Asian astronomy. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Taufik. You just confirmed that archaeoastronomy or ethnoastronomy is very multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary. Uh, so I'm very impressed with your aims to have a complete collection of the calendars. I think the same spirit shared to us, and I'm allowed if any speakers would like to comment or give suggestion to Prof. Taufik. Yes, raise your hand and speak directly now. In the meantime, maybe I would like to ask Fatini, how you respond to what Prof. Taufik, do you think that is there any similarities and how about Fatini, you have
Hello?
flaws?
Okay. Thank you, Cik Fairuz. I think Pak Taufik has covered most of what we can do in terms of collaborations, promotions, and so on. But from my point of view, one most essential thing that I think we need in researching astronomical history and heritage is, for me, it's passion. Without passion and perseverance, you won't be able to study other human groups. I mean, like, I'm talking about we are dealing with humans. It's different when, I mean, like, when we are dealing with astronomical data. It's totally different. So we need to have patience, spending days and days in museums and archives, staying for weeks at the field with unfamiliar faces, disconnect yourself from the outside world, and you need to repeat the process. So that's why I said passion is the most essential item that we need in doing this history and heritage research. So to answer the question, I actually come from the science background, but I very much informed of arts and culture since I was a kid. So to study astronomical history and heritage, it is essential for us, I mean for any one of us, to have at least basics or up to moderate knowledge in astronomy, I think. But you don't have to be a major in science. I think that maybe because we are too rigid with the field, I mean, the astronomical related research must be done only by those who are interested, who are already in that field. Then very little work has been done so far. It's because of this. So history of astronomy can be documented and synthesized by those working on the philosophy of science and technology, maybe, or by the Islamic studies researchers. They also can do in-depth research in this field. So as students studying arts and humanities, such as students of history, cultural studies, anthropology, linguistics, archaeology, geography, literature, all of these people, they also can involve themselves in studying the history and heritage of astronomy, which all this can at in the end will lead to reconstructing the history of humans, the history of astronomy. So you just need to be serious with the research, I think, and that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Fatini. As for your knowledge, how many ethno-astronomers or archaeoastronomers in Malaysia that doing a professional work, or there are none? What do you think? I also don't know the numbers.
Ah, this is quite a hard question, I think. I don't want to claim myself as one, because when I do literature studies, I found out there are already quite a number of studies. I mean, like quite a number of data already written by the previous researchers, especially the what we call them, the colonials. But to be honest, I think me and my supervisor is the one who are really focusing on this ethnoastronomy from the anthropological point of view. Actually, in University Science Malaysia, we have there is a PhD student, Nur Aida Atira. She's doing ethnophalak.
I
But
see.
yeah, but that's on the fallout point of view. Me and my supervisor, we are on the cultural part. And for archaeoastronomy, I think it's only Encik Azam Muhammad Noor. But I really hope that Encik Azam can publish his archaeoastronomical finding on the about the temples. I mean, to international readers, so that people can debate on his work and so on. So yeah, in terms of history, there are quite many. We already have many who are doing history of the observatories, history of the instruments, the astrolabes, and so on. So there are quite many of them.
Thank
That's
you.
what I
Thank you, Fatini, for your
sure.
sharing. And then, how about in Philippines? What is the Philippine perspective on this collaboration, and maybe some suggestion on the topics? Please, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, thank you. I'll just share one slide and this won't take long. Okay, so for future collaborations can be done by interlinking these connections. The astronomical studies from the Philippines may explore its links towards the other countries if they still have some beliefs, and if they still have these beliefs, practices, traditions, and cultural belongingness. This analysis may lead us to a more comprehensive analysis on the root and origin of the development of ethnoastronomical beliefs, practices for the whole Southeast Asian countries, as well as to have these comparative groups in a certain country on how they were able to understand the universe on the realm of ethnoastronomy or historical astronomy. So it is also essential that in teaching historical and ethnoastronomical contents, especially for the next generation to come, and also the approach which could lead us to various topics that we could explore, such as how these communities understand the universe, their perception on astronomy-related beliefs, their practices, as well as on how they use this knowledge in their daily life. So we already have established linkages with NARIT, with Prof. Boon and Chiang Mai University through research, faculty engagements, and internship. We also hope that Prof. Taufik and other colleagues from Indonesia and Malaysia, maybe, yes, we are open for future collaborations to establish this inherent inscription of collaboration to further explore our genetic imprint among the ASEAN nation, especially when it comes to astronomy. So I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan, for your offering. And last but not least, question to Professor Bun Raksa. We hear all the suggestion from the panelists, but what is the best platform available for future collaboration in ethnoastronomy or archaeoastronomy or history of astronomy in Southeast Asia? Prof. Boon, you have the floor.
Okay. Actually, as I already mentioned that NARIT see how important for promoting history and heritage in the Southeast Asia. And now we are trying the collaboration between NARIT and many universities in Thailand for the collaboration working on the history of astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy. But for the cooperation in the Southeast Asia, I think we can use our network, the SEAN, Southeast Asia Astronomy Network, which established since 2007. And I think many countries in Southeast Asia, we join together and we try to organize some meeting, some conference, some workshop in history in astronomy. Actually, in the CIAN, we organized an annual meeting just the last 2 years, according to COVID-19 pandemic. So we were not able to organize the CIAN meeting, but hopefully next year, actually, Cambodia already commit to host a CIAN meeting for the next year, but I don't know the situation. We have to wait and see. So CIAN network would be the good platform for the collaboration of history and heritage. And also, we has been appointed in Thailand as the IAU Southeast Asia Regional Office of Astronomy for Development. So I think that we get the financial support from the Thai government, and we get the strong support from the IAU. So we can organize more conference or workshop in the country in the Southeast Asia. We signed the MOU with the IAU since 2012, and now is a continuation. So we will do our best to promote and develop history and heritage in astronomy. And I think that both CIAN and IAU C-Road would be the mechanism for driving the collaboration on history and astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy. Actually, in the CIAN meeting in the year of, I think 2017, we organized a CIAN meeting in Mandalay in Myanmar. And Professor Wayne Orchison, he set up the working group called the CIAN History and Heritage Working Group. I think this would be a good mechanism for driving the development of history and heritage in astronomy in the Southeast Asia country. Also, we have the Journal of Astronomical Heritage, History and Heritage. So I think that many research paper would be invited to be published in this journal. Actually, this journal was edited by Professor Wayne Orchison also, right? And I think last year he proposed a focus meeting at the IAU General Assembly in Busan, Korea in August 2021, but already postponed. Maybe next year, I will discuss with Professor Wayne Orchison about organize a focus meeting on history and heritage sometime again, right? And we also have several journals that invite papers, research paper on history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy. This is the example of Chiang Mai University Journal, where they publish some interesting research work about the lunar calendar, right? Okay, so we hope for the close collaboration more, and we will try our best to promote history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy in the Southeast Asia region. Try to strengthen it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prof, for the deliberation, and thank you for the offering of support, the grant from IAU and Thailand government, and I think the Southeast Asia Social Network and IAU Zero is the two best available platform for us, for researcher in ethnoastronomy and archaeoastronomy. To please use this platform for further collaboration. I think we have a very interesting discussion, And there are one comment in chat that I would like to read. Although earlier I said that the British not built an observatory for us, but according to Azam, Mr. Azam, he said that British have been conducting astrogenetic measurement all over Malaysia since 1885, as soon as the Great Triangulation of India was established. So this is a contribution from the British government at that time. Thank you, Azam, for the information. And therefore, I would like to request each of panelists to wrap up our discussion. Each of panelists will give 3 minutes to wrap up, and we start with Prof. Taufik. Prof. Taufik, you have 3 minutes to wrap up the discussion. Please, Prof. Taufik. I think you are muted.
Okay, so I think I will be very, very brief. I just would like to say that let us continue and exchange ideas, yeah, and work together to explore more on ethno and archaeoastronomy of our regions. And so I believe this must enrich our knowledge on our origin, culture, and history. And yeah, that astronomy belongs to humanity, people of the world. That's my my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. For the Indonesia cases, do you get the support from like the museum, for example, or the heritage department? Do you get all the support or the grant from them? In the case of Indonesia, for example.
Not particularly, but for this kind of research, we can have research funding from our university. Yeah, yeah, not very big funding, but there are some of them.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof. How about in Malaysia, Fatini? Grant from the government. Do you have any particular specific grant that you can target, or there are government agencies such as museum that maybe support your research in many kind of support? And maybe yes, your conclusion.
Okay, thank you, Cik Fairuz. I answer the question first in terms of the grant. Alhamdulillah, my research was partially funded by Professor Hud Saleh. He was actually, he studied the orang asli Semelai in the 70s and 80s. So he felt that obligation, I mean, like to continue the research. So he support my research there, but most of it comes from my parents, of course, and definitely because I'm still a student, so there's not much I can do. But maybe soon, if we have more and more, I mean, like students, apprentice coming, so we can apply for the grant for sure. And I'm looking forward to work with the Planetarium Negara for the indigenous grant that will be offered by the OAO. So I mean, to sum up, I just would like to say Alhamdulillah, thank you God for allowing me to do this work, and thank you to everyone, my parents, my family, my informants in the field, my teachers, friends, fellow researchers here and all over the world, colleagues who make up a support system. I wish to document, synthesize and publish more. I want to do more. Thank you to Planetarium Negara. Let's start the ball rolling, and I hope to meet more fellow researchers and apprentices who are keen and serious to take up this field, to have a breadth and in-depth study for Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and of course, international level. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone, Pak Taufik, Professor Boon, Mr. Ryan, Professor Wade, everyone who really support what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatini. You have done a great job. Fatini, and big responsibility is on your shoulder to develop ethno-astronomy in Malaysia. Somewhere, somehow, I hope planetarium can be part of your journey. So let's discuss after this. And then Mr. Ryan, maybe you have some word to wrap up, please, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, there are plenty of study and collection that awaits to us. And based on UNESCO Sustainable Development Goals, establishing partnership is, especially for our ASEAN colleagues, is highly appreciated. So ethnoastronomy aside, there are other research projects that could be identified, but still, the foundation of astronomy is very impacted to us. So I believe that multidisciplinary approach, as what has been said by Nurul, is that it is properly used in every research endeavors. And on behalf of RTU Astronomy, we are very delighted that we were invited in this event. To our panelists, Prof. Boon, Prof. Taufik, and to my classmates in astronomical trainings, Nurul. Okay. Then to Fairos, Swaswani, and to the Planetarium Negara, I hope and somehow I have shared Philippine ethnoastronomy and history. And thank you for letting me showcase the astronomy in the Philippines. So thank you very much.
Mr. Ryan, you have visited Kuala Lumpur Planetarium Negara before this?
Not yet.
Not yet. So we are welcome you one after the pandemic. Yeah. And finally, Prof. Boon Raksa, maybe you can sum up for this discussion, please, Prof. Boon. Prof. Boon Raksa, maybe you can wrap up.
Okay, did you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, as history of astronomy is promoted as one of the key science area at NARIT. So we see how important to support and promote history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy, of course. And now I think the Thai government, they see how important to promote basic science, social science, and humanities. And I think that history and astronomy, ethnoastronomy, archaeoastronomy, we need some kind of integration among many disciplines. So I think we have the very good opportunity to promote this field of astronomy. Yeah, but for the international collaboration, for the Southeast Asia collaboration, I think it's very important. I heard a lot of very rich information about history, about archaeo, about ethnoastronomy in many countries, So I think that we need to give some kind of, try to find some intensive study or research in this field. And I think that NARIT have this discipline as the key science of the institute. I think we can get some kind of funding to organize, conference, to organize workshop, or some other activities related to this discipline. I think this is very important, and I would like to invite everybody, to help to promote history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy in our region. Yeah, I think this would be the strong point of Southeast Asia for promoting astronomy, internationally. Thank you.
Last question to Prof. Boon Raksa. Maybe some tips, not a question. How do you compose to convince the Thai government that you must support equally to the ethno and archaeoastronomy?
Okay, yeah, right. I think the key mission of NARIT is the human resource development, human capacity building. This is very important. So we can convince the government that astronomy can be a tool for promoting the young generation to join the science and technology and innovation development in the future. So we can, work on many disciplines in astronomy, including history in astronomy, because I think this kind of discipline, we can inspire a lot of people, and we can, let the people know how to integrate many disciplines together, try to explain the nature. I think this is very important. So I think even the history of astronomy, archaeoastronomy, and ethnoastronomy can be also the tool for promoting the human capacity building. I think for the smart people, for the young generation, they need two things. One thing is the brain, so they need to know a lot of information about the discipline that they are interested. And the second thing is the heart. So I think astronomy, history in astronomy, archaeoastronomy, ethnoastronomy can bring heart of the young people. So when they have the heart and the brain together, they can be the very smart people. They can do anything. They can develop the country in the future. So this is the reason why we managed to convince the government, to promote the basic science and other discipline related. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Prof, for the tips. So using ethnoastronomy, archaeoastronomy as the tools for human capital development, and with the brain and heart, especially for the young people. So this is the tools to put together to develop. So thank you again, Prof. Dr. Taufik, Ms. Nurul Fatini Jaafar, Associate Professor Ryan Manuel Guido, and Professor Dr. Bun Raksa for discussing the topic with the excellent presentation example. It was a pleasure for Planetarium to have you with us tonight. Let me summarize the main essence of our webinar tonight, which is Southeast Asia countries are also not far behind with the diversity of monument or historical relics related to archaeoastronomy and astronomy-related living culture that begins thousands of years ago. Therefore, we need more concerted R&D to highlight the richness of our culture. Eventually, it's become part of the way of life and culture of the ASEAN people and the foundation for development of science, technology, and innovation nowadays. And secondly, through this webinar, it's hope that ASEAN people, especially Malaysian, will understand the importance of astronomy in our daily life and continue this noble effort so that our country continue to progress in the field of space science. We must be confident that with the advancement of this astronomy or space science field, it will directly advance the STEM sectors, and in turn will lift the country socio-economic benefit. So before concluding this webinar, allow me to share the next and the last webinar in conjunction with National Month 2021, which is titled Malaysia Contribution to the World of Astronomy, or in bahasa Sumbangan Malaysia kepada Dunia Astronomi. This webinar will explore the current, because today we are discussing more on the past or the history, but on the 16th of September, we will discuss the current high impact astronomical R&D updates in Malaysia in optical, radio, theoretical, and multi-wavelength, not limited to Malaysia, but toward generating new scientific knowledge for the benefits of the international scientific community. Many Malaysians, I think, are unaware of the local astronomers' achievement and contribution at the local and international arena, the facilities and observatory owned in Malaysia. Don't miss this opportunity to be with Professor Datuk Dr. Zamri Zainuddin, the expert in optical astronomy, Associate Professor Dr. Zamri Zainal Abidin, radio astronomy, Associate Professor Dr. Nur Adlika in X-ray astronomy, and Dr. Norhas Liza Yusof in big data astronomy or theoretical astronomy on Malaysia Day, 16th of September, same time, 8:30 p.m. For your information, National Planetarium will celebrate World Space Week from 4th to 10th of October with the virtual exhibition with the theme Women in Astronomy, and there are many other activities. More information on all above activities can be browsed from National Planetarium Facebook and social media. The National Planetarium greatly appreciate the presence and the feedback of all netizens. So with this remark, we can conclude this webinar. Thank you for all your attending. We hope you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. Thank you. Stay safe and see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.